Pittsburgh Sports Now. Zach Weiss here at the UPMC Cooper Fieldhouse with head coach Dan Burt. Dan, the ladies had a chance to get an opportunity to have a home game, at least one home game guaranteed Thursday. The opponent's Longwood. Dan, how happy are you for these seniors to get another home game here at the Coop?
We're really excited to be playing at home. We expected to be in postseason play. We did not expect to have a home game. So I feel very fortunate that our team, which is a very young team with 6 freshmen out of the 12 that are on the active roster, are able to play in the postseason and understand what this is about. And also to give Meg another opportunity at home to play in front of our hometown crowd. I think it's important to note that we never take for granted the ability to play in the postseason, and we're incredibly happy that our administration has always supported us and allowed us to get this postseason nod, and we're excited about what comes on Thursday.
What comes on Thursday is a Longwood opponent. You faced them last season non-conference at La Roche, so there's some familiarity there, but it's going to be a defensive track meet. Both the teams like to turn the ball over. Just what did you see early impressions, forcing turnovers rather, just what did you see early impressions-wise with them? And just obviously it's March, it's a quick turnaround on the scout to execute on game day.
You know, they're a team that leads the nation in turning people over. They average a little bit more than 24.5 turnovers forced per game, but we're right there too. We force people at a rate of a little over 20 per game, and we take care of the ball pretty much. It will be a game of who can impose their will defensively. There's going to be a lot of people flying around all around the floor. We're going to have to make shots, and we're second in the nation in made 3-point field goals per game, with a little bit more than 10 a game. And we're going to have to make some of those. If we're missing a lot of threes, it's going to spell a lot of trouble for us, because that's going to force long rebounds, and they're going to be able to get out and transition against us, and that's not good. So having some post play on Thursday is going to be really important, successful post play, and taking care of the basketball against the team that's going to put a lot of pressure on us, and hopefully we'll do that. They're a completely different team than the team we faced last year, and frankly, we are very, very different. You know, with the youngest team in the Atlantic 10 playing a different system, you can't really look at last year's game in any sort of way.
When you look at things, obviously you have to go backwards a little bit. The temperament, you left it all out there at Henrico. Just what was it like coming back, having that opportunity to reset and just allow these ladies the opportunity to stay fresh while just mentally just taking a step back and decompress a bit?
Well, we gave it everything we had against a very good Richmond team that we saw as in the NCAA tournament as an 8th seed, as an at-large. That's the highest rated at-large seed that we've had since about 2015, 2016. They're a very, very good basketball team. If they win a game or two in the NCAA tournament, that's what my expectation actually is for them. I think that they have a very good matchup with Georgia Tech. We gave them everything we had, and we felt like, we'll leave it at that. We didn't like some of the way it finished, and we'll leave it at that. Very simply, we were able to come home, and everybody needed a day or 3 away from basketball. And so what you saw here today is a team that is really refreshed, not only physically but mentally, and looking forward towards Thursday.
You had experience in the WNIT last year. Obviously, you had a first-round bye last year, but how did having that rep help these returners and help them with the younger players with maybe understanding the refresh, the important nature of just taking care of your body and making the most out of practice when at a time it can maybe feel a little bit monotonous?
I think the biggest thing is understanding this is one and done. If you don't take care of business on Thursday, the season's over. We put the jerseys away. And so that's the biggest thing that I want to impart as we go through Tuesday and Wednesday's practice of how important this is. There cannot be any my bads. Because we'll be putting the jerseys away. We've got to meet our passes, we've got to shorten our passes, we've got to keep them off the glass, and we've got to rebound the ball well and value the ball on offense. And we've got to have movement. We can't beat them one-on-one, so we've got to have really good movement. I thought today's practice was a really good example of us being able to move without the basketball. And if we're able to do this on Thursday, I feel good about our chances.
Obviously, you don't want to look ahead because nothing beyond Thursday is promised, but if Thursday does go well, obviously they're hosting D2s here. How you were Road Warriors in, what was that, 17, 18, 18, 19, somewhere in that regards.
Yeah, we went about 13,000 miles that year, and it was the Road Warrior year, and we had so much fun together where we just would play a game, win, and be on the bus to go somewhere else. And I'd love for that to happen again this year once we get past this first home game. But all of our energies and all of our focus is on Longwood on Thursday, and we'll worry about who the next opponent is after we take care of that business on Thursday.
Last one for you here, Dan. You mentioned during the pre-huddle that tell a friend, they get in free. The athletic teams have been really good about supporting each other this year. Just how important is that support, especially creating a home environment like you're hoping to do Thursday evening?
We've had a great crowd all year long, but in particular in January and February, our crowds have been outstanding. We've got a lot of people that want to come out and see our young people. There's a lot of people that want to come out and see who we believe is the best player in mid-major basketball in Meg McConnell. And she's an exciting kid to watch. You're not going to see anybody like her again for a long, long time, not only in a Duquesne uniform, but anywhere in Pittsburgh as a basketball player. She's exceptional. And so we're expecting a good crowd on Thursday. Hopefully it'll be a great crowd on Thursday, and we'll come away with a victory and give Meg a send-off that's a pretty good send-off before she starts her professional career later in April.